Ciao Bellas, Miss Show Bella here, and I'm back with another video, and I'm doing another Let's Talk Thursday. But before I get to what I actually want to talk about, I want to talk about this flipping freezing cold weather here in Houston. Like, okay, I know, New York, Minnesota, I know there's a bunch of places all over that are having treacherous weather with, 16 inches of snow and all that stuff. But listen, I live in Houston, Texas. That was a part of my decision in moving here, was to avoid harsh winters. I don't like being cold. I don't like freezing. Okay? And this weather, I mean, look at this. That's why I just walked in my house. Went out and about with my daughter. Her birthday is on the 29th. And so she asked if she could have a house party and just invite a bunch of friends and then have the girls sleep over. So we just went and raided Party City and racked up on all kinds of party supplies for her party and just got home. And I'm like, what? Really? Look at this. I don't remember the last time I wore these gloves. Yeah. I think I bought these when I was living in Atlanta. I love them though. They're like super warm. Love these gloves. But, or actually I may have bought these when I was going to Chicago for Christmas. Yeah, I think that's what I bought them for. I bought them like a year or so ago when I was going to Chicago for Christmas. And that is what these are for. Like, I have not pulled them out since. It may have been 2 years now, actually. And I shouldn't have to. I chose to move to Texas, Houston, for that reason. That was one of the reasons. Outside of the great school districts and everything that are here, but trust me, this weighed heavily on that. I don't like the cold. I like to go visit, ooh, pretty snow, and bring my butt back to the warmth. Okay? I'm originally from Florida. I'm a Floridian, South Florida at that. Miami, 305, woo woo. But I'm not used to this. Like, this is too much cold for me. I love fall fashion and I love my boots and all that stuff, but I do not want to have to do all of this. Not for me. Yeah. So I just needed a couple seconds to rant really quick on this weather that's going on out here in these streets. It's a mess. They're talking about possible sleet and ice and possibly canceling school tomorrow. They're doing the most. But anyway, on to the video. Okay, I'm back and I'm calmed down now. But what I wanted to talk about, as you can probably already see in the title, is, have you all gotten this? Ladies that went from having relaxed hair, especially if you had long or healthy relaxed hair, did you get the whole, I thought you were on a hair journey. Why you cut your hair off? You know, if you went from that to going big chopping and going natural, did you get that from people? Because I've gotten this a few times and it's just funny to me that, especially I mostly get it from people obviously who are not like really in the hair community like that, to understand what a hair journey is all about. And it's funny, one of the people I got it from was my mom, who has a mini heart attack anytime I cut my hair, even when I was relaxed. Cut my hair is like the end of the world. Like, oh, why'd you cut your hair? But I got that from her. It was, her thing was, I thought you were trying to grow your hair out. They don't necessarily use the term hair journey, but I thought you were trying to grow your hair out. Why you want to go and cut it all off now? And it's like, well, that's kind of the process when you decide to go natural. And it's like, well, why you want to do that? Do you have time to sit? I can explain it to you. But, just those questions I think are kind of funny. I also got it from a really good friend of mine. She was like, I mean, why you spend all that time growing your hair out and doing all that if you were just gonna cut it all off? And it's like, well, obviously when I was going through all that and doing that and growing it relaxed, I wasn't thinking then, oh, I'm gonna grow it all out to cut it all off. You know, that wasn't the process in my mind, that this is what I'm gonna do and the end result is gonna be I'm gonna chop off all my hard work. Yeah, so I just thought that was funny, and I was just wondering if anybody else has gotten that. And I assume that you probably only get it if you went from, you know, your long relaxed hair to big chop like this, like what I did, as opposed to transitioning and slowly cutting it away. Because I think for one, it's so much more of a dramatic difference that people are just, you know, shocked, like, why'd you do that? And especially if they knew that you were on some type of a hair journey or anything like that. But, you know, people that are in the hair community probably don't view it the same way, obviously, because we understand if you do make that decision to transition to natural or to big chop to natural, that's what it's going to be. You're going to lose that length, you're going to lose that hair, and it's not so much about holding on to that hair. At least for me, it wasn't. It wasn't about holding on to that hair because, oh, I worked so hard, I took all this time to grow it. If you watched my video about the reason I decided to big chop, which if you haven't, go ahead and check that out. I'll leave the link in the description bar below. But if you watch that video, then you know it was much deeper than hair for me, and it didn't necessarily have everything to do with, oh, I worked so hard for this hair, let me keep it, you know. So yeah, ladies that have made this same decision to maybe big chop from long hair, really healthy hair, or anything to super duper short TWA, have you gotten that question? I just want to know. Talk about it. Interesting to me. So just wondering if anybody has had that same experience. So yeah, that's all I got for you guys. Chat about it down below. I'd love to read. If you haven't already, follow me on Twitter and Instagram, same name as my YouTube name, Miss Shobella. And if you haven't already, please rate and subscribe. All right, thanks so much for watching. Ciao, ciao.